If exams are cancelled in the UK, then they should be cancelled internationally, or at the very least given choice between conducting exams and going with predicted grades or estimated grades. Is that something Cambridge are looking into? And what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another one on the A-Team channel. Firstly, how are you? I just wanted to ask you that on a personal level because the previous video I made regarding the Cambridge update, all of you guys did a fantastic job coming out and informing me about your situations. Like seriously guys, I was not aware of what many of you were facing. We had students from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Jordan, UAE, Mauritius, Nepal, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Venezuela. Hey, isn't that where Lele Pons is from?
You're not joining us.
Anyway, it was great to see how vocal you guys are about your situation and how much this really matters to you all. So the least I could do is follow up on that video and kind of engage with the request that you guys made. Overall, it appears that the vast majority of you want exams cancelled, just like what is taking place here in the UK. And having learned that some of you haven't been back in school since March of 2020, which I'm completely shocked by, but having learned that, I'm actually very surprised that the governments where you are have not stepped in and made that call for you guys. Like I know all of you are pointing at Cambridge, but they seem to be pointing right back at your government. So if you guys really want exams to be cancelled, then you need to speak up to your schools and then get in touch with your government officials to express what you guys think should take place. For example, I know students in Pakistan have protested recently regarding having exams in person that when they've been studying online all of this time, and Shafqat Mahmood, who is the education minister, has actually acknowledged this and is looking into matters further. Now, whether anything materializes from this or not, the point is you guys need to divert some of that attention from Cambridge to the government, as that is likely to be much more effective because Cambridge themselves are repeatedly expressing where a government doesn't allow for exams to take place, they will not be able to enforce it. What about other countries? What's the situation in those countries regarding exams at this moment in time?
I don't have a lot of information yet, but it will depend on what happened for the UK. The government made it impossible for exams to go ahead. So that's one of the reasons why the exams are cancelled, and that's similar in Mexico.
Okay.
So if other countries would be able, will be in the same situation, then they have to communicate it to us so we can check and then decide what will happen on their exam.
However, it would also be completely subjective of myself if I didn't step in here and say that there were a notable number of students commenting in the last video that did want exams to go ahead. And some of you, in fact, are undergoing this for the second time. So this creates a conundrum of all sorts, because what is the ideal scenario then? Me personally, I think that in order to achieve the fairest outcome, there could be one of two solutions offered here. One, the exams are postponed to a later date. The reason I suggest this is because teacher assessed grades are not the most consistent, as last year's results found out, and in that case, exams are still the fairest way to get the outcomes. Thereby, exams could be delayed further due to the disruptions faced globally, and the opportunity in that time could allow you guys to catch up with your studies. Also, where education has been adversely affected, either the marking could reflect this, or alternatively papers could be reduced down. Like Cambridge have already taken measures to make this summer exam series a little bit easier by taking the practical papers out. And also some of the people that have been sitting the February-March exam series have come out to say that they actually found the papers to be easier compared to past papers. Again, drop your comment down below on what you think of this. The second alternative would be to have exams as an option, and a strong advocate of this is this particular user here. I actually don't know how to say your name, but you've done a fantastic job of going around and answering all the comments in the last video, so a shout out to you. But look, logistically, this will present many issues of its own, and let me tell you, as an examiner, not only will this be difficult to facilitate, but also there are levels of equality which will be difficult to justify, since you'll be having some students going through teacher assessed grades and then the peers going through exams. Yes, in theory, it kind of looks as though everyone's getting what they want, but in practice, it distorts the credibility of a system designed to ensure fairness. I know if you have your student hats on, you'll just be looking at it from that one perspective, but you have to try and look at it from a bird's eye view to get a picture of what is taking place. Again, look, feel free to express your thoughts down below, and let's see what you guys think about all of this. Maybe I've missed something out. Maybe you guys have a better solution. You know, do drop it in the comment section down below. So as you will see in the updated conversation that I had with Cambridge International, once again, you will have noticed that the latest update is that exams are still going ahead internationally and have been cancelled in the UK and Mexico, as Cambridge has made it very apparent that the governments have made it extremely difficult for the exams to take place here. Is there anywhere else aside from the UK where Cambridge International exams have been cancelled?
In Mexico.
What about the rest of the world?
I don't have have a lot of information yet. Actually, what happened for the UK, the government made it impossible for exams to go ahead. So that's one of the reasons why the exams are cancelled.
I'm requesting with regards to internationally, the rest of the world, in terms of what may take place. Will it be a uniform decision? Is it based on, the last time we spoke, you mentioned that it's down to governments to speak up. And the students themselves find that very difficult because the governments are not, they're not accessible to students for them to sort of like, it's not like they can just pick up the phone, speed dial, and then speak to the president. So my point being is, what intention does Cambridge have?
Okay, I mean, right now, the only information that I have is that if the other countries, their local authorities would make it impossible for exams to go ahead, we will be looking into a possibility of an alternative approach like a teacher-assessed grade. However, as I've stated earlier, it will be reliant on their local authorities making it impossible for exams to go ahead. So if that's the case, schools would need to communicate to us so we can assist them with their situation.
I know many of you would feel unsettled by this, but I want to make it very clear here that this isn't false hope that I'm trying to present here, because for all of you that have exams taking place this year, you should most definitely continue on and not get caught up in the hype that exams just may get cancelled. Even here in the UK, the students that we have here at ateam Academy, they are working relentlessly, because even though exams have been cancelled and the grades are based on CAGs, they are still undertaking assessments and exams in order to determine their grades. There's no shortcuts to this. Anyway, having said that, the consortium of British international schools have got together and have stepped in and written a letter to Gavin Williamson. For example, in the Middle East, 91% of the responding schools wanted centre assessed grades, with 53% not wanting exams to go ahead. In Asia, 52% of the responding schools felt confident in the international exams taking place. COBIS found that 64% of the schools should follow the same arrangements as outlined by OFQUAL. What I've done is I've put the link for this letter in the description down below so you can check it out. Maybe you can use it to forward it onto your own school or to pass it on to your government representatives. So you can clearly see that this Cold War clearly is not over and just getting warmer by the day. Look, this exam saga is not plain and sailing. In the UK, we were supposed to have the OFQUAL update, which they themselves announced would be taking place on the 22nd of February. And well, lo and behold, that day came and went, and they didn't even have the courtesy to say to anyone that they would delay this call. I mean, there's nothing they put out on the social media at the time. Surely that's what it's there for, right? So use it. So apparently they are going to be announcing it on Thursday. We'll wait and see what comes out from this update. I mean, the fact that there's already been a delay tells you something must have gone. Oh, here's an interesting fact. The new chief of OFQUAL, Simon Liebers, well, guess what? Guess who his former employees were? That's right, none other than Cambridge International. So he's now running the show at OFQUAL. I'll let you guys make your own judgments on that. Also guys, do drop us a thumbs up for this video, and hey, we've just surpassed the 1,000 subscriber mark, which I'm very grateful to you guys. For those of you that haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. As always, we'll be informing you guys on the latest update with regards to this whole exam saga. And if you have any requests, do drop it in the comment section down below. And on that note guys, my name is Amin and this is the ateam ACAD channel, and I will catch up with you another time.